Well, hey there. Welcome to 2024. Wow, time is flying. Happy to be back. Welcome back to the People Gardener podcast. We had a wonderful holiday time. Hoping all of you did as well. We had the whole family here for Christmas Day. Lots of little people. Some of you that have been following me, you know that we have our last two grandchildren, number 7 and number 8. They both turned 1 year old in December, and it's so fun to watch these little beans just learn so much, and the world is just an adventure for them. This week, I thought we would start the year, begin with the end in mind. So when it comes to building your team, some of you may have been in business for a number of years and your team's still not gelling. You don't feel like you have all your people in the right spot. It's still heavy. It's still a lot of work, this people part of things. It could be that you're just starting and you're sitting there going, how in the world are we going to get this team together? I don't even know who I need. And in fact, there's days when I don't feel like I even know what I'm doing. Well, we've got you. We're going to start here begin with the end in mind. So I have created a workbook, and what you'll need to do is email me if you are not a member of the People Gardener Collective. I've put it in the resource library there, but if you're not a member, the special New Year bonus, go ahead and email me at rhonda@rhondadelaney.com and just say values, and I will send you the workbook for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit in silence for a minute. And I want you to think about what is that you're wanting to create. How do you want people to feel when they come to work during the work? How do you want them to feel about their job, about the advancement potential? How do you want them to feel about the compensation package that you have? And then how do you want them to see the company? And I don't mean what's physically in the building, although that's important. It's more in their mind's eye. Who is the company? What do you stand for? What don't you stand for? Where are you going? How are they going to see those things? And then the other thing I want you to think about is, how are they going to describe their work experience? And probably the most telling description to those that they know, love, and care about them, those that they're really close to. How are they going to describe their experience in your business? It all starts with values and plays. Pause this and, write some things down, think about things, and then come back to me and carry on. In the workbook, I have a couple of links. One is to Brene Brown's in her Dare to Lead core values sheet, and then also James Clear. Two very different perspectives on their business model. Both have huge value, and you might find something on one list that resonates more than the other. When you are aligned with your values, you are going to create something that works for you. If you're misaligned, if accountability value is really important to you, and you're, number one, not holding yourself accountable, and number two, your team doesn't understand, has no knowledge that accountability is super important to you, there's a disconnect. they're going to be unhappy. You're unhappy because things aren't getting done. They're unhappy because they didn't understand that that's how you operated and that was a core value. Here's a few just quick thoughts as far as values, possibilities that might be values for you as a small business owner. Accountability is big for me. I want everyone to feel accountable, giving them autonomy, giving them responsibility and authority so that they can hold themselves accountable to accomplishing whatever needs to be accomplished. Caring, another value, is big for me. Connection, being interested in people, that's a big one. Could be freedom. It could be perseverance, could be uniqueness, right? You embrace individuality and critical thinking, creative thinking. Maybe it's self-expression, intuition. You love people that go with their gut. They have a feeling. They're very into with their feeling. You might be somebody that is like, whoa, that's not how we do it here. I know it has to make logical sense and it needs to make sense written down and it needs to make sense being applied. You are the helm and this is your business. You are creating this unique workplace environment and you want to have it really clear and you stick with it. Every single decision that you make is aligned with these values that you have set forward. Again, beginning with the end in mind. How are we going to structure this so that a year down the road, 5 years down the road, we are in alignment with what we value and we have created this work environment that people want to be a part of because they understand what our values are. And we have lived it and showed it to them by the actions we take, the decisions we make, and how we present ourselves. That's how you build a workplace environment that has people that go out of their way to share what a fabulous place it is. You have raving fans. I've talked before in my Be Interested download, which is free on the app. In that, the whole purpose of that is to get you in a place where you're communicating and you're connecting with people, you're interested in them. You are beginning to create a team of raving fans. You want people that resonate with your values, that resonate with the behaviors that are inherent in the values that you have. You want to draw them to your business. And being very vocal and very clear in the hiring process about the behaviors that you're looking for and that you share what your values are and what that means to you and what it means to them inside their job, what it's going to look like. Clarity. I know I talk about it a lot, but it is so vital to having great communication and having people that are engaged and enjoy what they're doing. So I really encourage you, if you're not a member, get signed up to the People Gardener Collective. If you're not a member and want to send me an email to get this workbook that you can work on your values so that you can start the process, begin with the end in mind. Where do you want to go? How do you want people to feel about their work environment? How do you want them to feel about their job? Then shoot me an email, Rhonda at rhondadelaney.com, and just type in the word values, and I'll make sure that the work gets sent over to you. It's not going to happen overnight. And you are going to have to work at consistently coming back to your values and looking at or aligning them with your decisions and making that determination. No, it doesn't align, or yes, it does. And then carry on whatever it is that you need to do in order to make sure that you're being consistent. It's hard for people to one day come in and it's this way, and the next day come in and it's another way, and they're constant back and forth. It creates anxiety and angst. People like consistency. And when you make every decision aligned with your values, you're going to have that consistency. So begin with the end in mind. What do you want to create? How do you want people to feel about the work environment that they are in? And what do you want them to see? How do you want them to look at your business? What is it they're going to see about you, how you deliver, how you act, how everybody else acts? And how do you want them to describe your business, the experience that they have inside your business? You have the potential to completely impact that in a positive way or a negative way, depending on how committed and consistent you are to living the values that you've presented to them in the decision. That's it for this week. Have fun with this. It doesn't need to be heavy, but you do need to do it, and you need to work at being consistent. So we'll talk to you again next week.